In the last 6 years, I've had 20 mysteries published. Prose and Cons will be my 20th novel, and it releases December 6th. In this story, Violet Waverly is solving a crime that takes place at a poetry reading, and her magical books lead her to the works of Edgar Allan Poe to solve the crimes. To celebrate the release of my 20th book, I've decided to do a give back. For every copy of Prose and Cons that sells, I'll donate $1 to a local food pantry. The Learned Owl, which is my local independent bookseller, will also donate $1 to the local food pantry for every book that it sells. So if you purchase the book Prose and Cons through the Learned Owl, $2 will be donated. The reason I chose the Landing is because they have a need, and also because of my family. My brother and sister-in-law run and sponsor the Landing.
Welcome to the Landing Community Gathering and Food Pantry. And here at the Landing, we're open every Friday night. We serve our community by being a place to gather, a social place to be neighbors together. And we also have groceries that people can get if they need them. And we get our groceries from the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank. We're considered a pantry under them to serve our neighborhood. And we also have a hot meal together every week, and we have coffee together, because those are the two main things we want to do. We didn't want to be just a food pantry, we wanted to be a community. We are open every Friday night, and anyone is welcome within our 2 zip codes that we serve. And we don't limit the number of times in a month that someone can come. They can come every week if they like. And we have a few people who just come to eat the meal and hang out, even if they don't need to get groceries. And so we don't want to ever limit that. We hope to never limit the amount of times people can come, because it's hard to get to know people if you can only hang out with them once a month. And every week we have anywhere between 40 and 70 individuals and families that we serve. So it ends up being over 100 individuals who are receiving groceries on a weekly basis. And so a lot of people who get food also help, and people who help sit down and eat, and the lines are blurred and we're all here together. And that's why we're called the Landing, because we believe with all our hearts that we land here in the same place on equal ground, and we all have different kinds of needs, but we all have needs and we help each other fill those. So that's the heart of what we're doing here.
I just want to thank my readers so much for their support, and also purchase a copy of Prose and Cons to support the Landing Food Pantry.